Alright, green. I'm going to go long on crude here. If we go to, okay, I'm going to go long at 53. We just broke out. Hopefully it pulls back. You see my green on green? Boom. Ooh, one tick from the stop. That's a really tight stop. I put it all the way up to 42 just because the target's all the way up there. Way up there. Okay, there's volume exhaustion. I'm already in the trades near my stops. There's nothing for me to do. We just put it in the green line that came in as a buy pivot, which means we're moving. That's very bullish. Okay, so there's another buy signal. And we just turned it to 512. I don't want to bring my stop to break even because I could. I want to give it a little bit of room here to move just in case we pull back here some more. But remember, I'm looking for it to come up to here, so I should get 42 ticks out of this. This is where I was talking about a patient trader waits. Right now, this is where fear comes in. Not in the sense that you're going to lose, but in the sense you're going to lose out on a big profit right now. So the patient trader waits. Doesn't mean it's going to hit my 42 tick target, but there's a good chance that it will, because I measured the move and I know that it can very easily go up. It could potentially go up to there. So right now we're hanging out up to 512 there, hitting this resistance, and momentum's still very, very bullish. If it was bearish, then I would consider exiting, but there's still momentum to drive prices higher. Okay, still pushing higher. Normally I would exit if I didn't have my potential target up here. I'd exit right here. So we're up $500 right now. This is my my one-to-one target. Now I didn't risk that much. I only risked 5 ticks. But that would be my first target area. This is my 1.5. This is my 2-to-1 here. So I think we can hit the 2-to-1 because of this. So now we're at the 1.5, which is actually not correct because we only risked 5 ticks. No, this is red. We don't want this to settle on red. Let's see if it goes back to green here. Now I'm not going to get greedy. I can put my target up here, right? Or I could put one here and one here. I'm going to just look for the 42 here. 42 ticks. What am I saying to myself? Patient trader, patient trader, patient trader. So that I don't get out of fear of loss. Okay, hitting my target. Not filled. There's a buy pivot right here. This is support. So give it some more room here. Potentially we're going to bounce off that if we pull back. Now my momentum's red. So look for the pullback here. And then that does kill you. Hits your target right to the tick. You don't get filled. I'm going to give it some room to work right here. There's a buy pivot. Let's see if we hit the buy pivot and bounce back up. Because potentially where are we going? Still up to here, right? So we just hit the buy pivot. An immediate reaction back up. So if I wanted to, I could trail my stop down to here. Just below, now that we've bounced. And we can do that. That would be acceptable. If we come back down, we might break. So I'll do that since we're still hanging on to a red. But I'm still getting room to move higher. Remember, potentially we're coming up to here, 49.08. This is not bullish anymore. But let's see if we settle here and still come up here. That's a sell pivot. That's a potential top right there. It just came in. You don't see it because I don't have it all the way on the chart. But let's just see. Still looking for this. You could exit at the sell pivot right there too, because it does indicate a potential top, but I'm still looking for higher because of that. If that magenta line's up there, that's where we're likely to go. So we hit the sell pivot, went up a little higher. Now we're getting a reaction off. We're on the 377 support. See, we keep closing, hitting it, closing. So we're still bouncing off of the 377 here. Remember, potential coming up to here. I might pull back all the way down, not all the way to here, but pull back deeply before coming up there first. So I'll lock in some profit at the first area here, the 1-to-1. Okay, stoplight's about to go down. If it comes back up here and goes green, we're going to go higher here. Okay, yellow. If it goes back to red, we're coming down. Alright, my stop is going to stay right where it is. If we come down here, this was where the former pivot was. This is our next support just below that, but this is that pivot support that we hit. That's why I put it there. Red momentum, we're going to pull back. So I could take my profit there at the 1.5 instead of the 2, which just, didn't get fit. But again, like I said, I still have hope we're coming up to here, only because we measured the move, and that's potentially what's going to happen. This is the hardest part of the trade, determining where to actually, do I exit now, do I hold it for later? So I'm being patient and trying to get a retest of the highs, which I know could very easily happen because of we measure the move. Most traders, they don't know how to measure the move. They have no idea where the market will go to. And how many times will we measure the move and the market will go right to that magenta line up there? Could stop us out first and go up there, but it doesn't matter. We didn't break this previous low, which was set by a pivot, which is strong support. We bounced off of it, so that's very encouraging. Back to a green light. Let's see if it holds. Back to a red light. Now we're in consolidation again, so we might have to remeasure our move here. We might not go up there just yet, and we may actually break down here and hit our stop, which the more times we test here, the likely that is, because this is red. But we'll see. Again, if I was going to measure this again, I could draw this in again. It would be better had this not gone into consolidation. Consolidation happens a lot of times at the top of a move, and you get a reversal like right there. Alright, so we still got a good profit. Not the frustrating part is it hit our exit right to the tick and we didn't get out. I don't know what was that, $700 and some, whatever. But then it went into consolidation, and remember, where did it stop? Why did it stop going higher? Momentum changed on the stoplight. It was no longer bullish, it was bearish. So once it went red, we just started doing this, and eventually we drifted off in the direction of this. This is a really good indication where the market might go.